This can be quite a steep learning curve for family members, and often it's our job to support them in stepping back and learning to not worry so much about how their child responds. Whatever happens is meant to. We just need to create and hold that safe space for as long as is required.
I guess it's the turn taking and allowing him the time to respond. His responses are quite slow, but he will eventually get there.
The result can be pretty profound. We've had children begin to use those body parts that they don't normally use because they are weaker.
Robbie has great difficulty with his movement, and it takes a lot for Robbie to process the information in order to move his body. But Robbie can now tap out a beat, a rhythmic beat for me.
We've seen siblings develop new methods of communication and ways to play together, and parents see their children in a new light.
He can be himself, he's accepted as he is, and we're enjoying it together.
One of the things that I saw during the session with Suzanne was the use of musical notations, and that's something that I sort of think is very tricky to do. But it was the use of the xylophone on one of the music apps, and it was just basically the colours that they had to tap, and then it would make a very simple rhythm or a very difficult rhythm. Just sort of opens your eyes as a teacher to sort of think, actually I could take music in a different way.
We see relationships grow and blossom as mutual understanding and acceptance is nurtured.
With one of our pupils who is very non-verbal, we see much more communication in this environment than we do in other environments. I think the way that the session is structured allows him to be much freer. The communication that he's demonstrating is just amazing.
Charlie, he's picking up signing from the sessions and now signs to his brother. Even my husband, who's quite a shy person, when he first came he was a bit nervous about singing in front of other people or getting involved and acting out things, but now he loves it.
Families compile a music memory book each session, which acts as an aid at home between sessions, as well as a reflection and evaluation tool. These books give us an honest insight into how the sessions are being received and how music is being used at home and any changes that occur. The books quite often show us that parents are approaching music in new ways with their children, and thanks to Tunes Together, it begins to infiltrate home life.
We do everything singing at home. All instructions are done in a singing method. We use songs for his everyday sort of daily routines really, so because he's more responsive to it, he will engage with it.
For some families, Tunes Together has had a profound and lasting impact. For example, Alfie and his mum. When we first met Alfie, he was actually quite distressed being in a group setting, and his mum would have to take him into a corner quite often and calm him down. He wasn't able to join in with peers or any of the team. Now, after the course of a year, he's totally transformed. He's confident, he's happy, he's engaging and instigating musical conversations and play with the Catalyst team and other children in the group, and Mum is so much more relaxed and happy being there with him.
Last session, we had an individual session with the electric guitar and the violin, and he sat completely still for half an hour, engrossed. I've never known him to sit for half an hour. He's really interacting with the other group, the rest of the group, which is quite new.
But also a real highlight for us was seeing him at the Tunes Together Space Jam celebration. There was Alfie in the middle of the performance space, surrounded by music, many other children, lights, bubbles, all kinds of paraphernalia, happy as could be, clapping, dancing, and there was Mum watching him, very, very proud and very, very happy.